Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, I just want to make sure one thing is working real quick. Before we jump in over here. Okay, it's working. All right, we're working correctly. But hello. Hello, welcome to a live stream. It's been a minute. I had to take a break after doing so much MSQ. I've been working really hard on a video for you all. Let me take this off. How do I have a sweater and a jacket overdoing it? But hi. So today, or we got a couple streams today actually. We got one now and one in a few hours. I was trying to figure out, do I want to do the raids right at launch? But I think I do. I think it'll give you all something, for those who are going to be doing that content, something fun to come back to and watch later. If you want to watch my full reactions after you're done, not live, but I'm going to do it live at 6 a.m. anyway. It's just because I really love doing the new raids right as they release when I don't know what's going on. And it gives you all something fun to see and watch and see me struggle a little bit, see me figure out the raid. I do love doing that. So yeah, we're going to do that at 6 a.m. But for this stream, we're going to go over the new patch notes for patch 7.01. So it's not very long, not a lot of notes, but there's some stuff to at least talk about for a full stream, maybe like an hour long. We'll have about an hour break before I go live for my next stream, which I'll go live for my next stream at 5:30 a.m. And I'm nicely rested, so we'll be fine. I slept through pretty much kind of the day. I had a late work day today, so got home pretty late, and now we can do the raids, and then once I'm done with them, we'll be done. We're done with the raids. We'll see how long they are. Hopefully it won't be too long. Maybe it'll be like 3 or 4 hours for that stream. They'll be done, and I'll go to bed after I'm done raiding. But I'm gonna try my best to break down some stuff. I've read a little bit of the patch notes, especially I was searching for any furniture stuff, because what I've been working on is my furniture video for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail patch 7.0. I'm just recorded a bunch of it, and I'm actually editing it together. And it's a guide on how to find all the new furniture items, how to craft it, which vendors hold different items, the more kind of miscellaneous items, the stuff that is harder to find. I've been doing a lot of research and asking people and figuring out where some of these more elusive items are. And we found all of them but one. There's one item. It's the horizontal neon wall light. We're still looking for that. So if anyone knows, let me know. And before I make that video, perhaps it'll slip in and we'll actually get that information into the video. That's the only thing I'm trying to find. Everything else I know how to find and where it comes from. So that's what I've been working on over the past weekend, is mainly that video, and something I'm gonna see doing for the channel for all the patches. We'll do a housing item update. Brennan Label, welcome in. Good evening. Happy patch eve. Yes, we're almost here. We can't get in the game. We're locked out. It's time for patch notes. For those on Twitch, drops are also still active. We got drops until January 29th, right before raids, or right before the Savage release is when drops are gone. So get your drops before they go away. But as we're here, let me let my Discord know that I'm live. Bonus breaking news. Patch 7.0 patch note overview. So I didn't actually realize the raids were dropping. I mean, I did, but I also was like, oh, right, those are happening today. But I was kind of actually excited about it because I was like, oh, it's something for me to do, even though I have so much other stuff to do. But I'm not preparing for raids or Savage. I'm not going to be doing Savage on the drop of Savage. I still have the extremes to even try. I haven't even tried those yet. 1 and 2, and I'd like to do that, and I don't know, maybe I'll try the first Savage and do it, but we got other things I'm working on and cooking up, so I'll be working on those. So let's jump into the patch notes and read them. If you have any comments or thoughts on the patch notes, let me know. I love discussing them. So there's a few images from the raid. I'll let you know when we're done with those. I'll talk through it. Once we're past that, I'll let you know if you don't want to see any images from the raid. But if you don't want to know anything about the patch, then I wouldn't even bother listening to this video and just enjoying the content and then coming back and seeing all the technical changes, because nothing should really affect you in a normal raid. If you're worried about that, come back later and check for if there's anything in particular you want to see for your class. For the Savage raid, it won't really affect normal raid. You'll be able to get through the normal raids without any problem. I got some new images from the Arcadian. It's just the new raid. You have seen this place. If you didn't know about the Arcadian, or what that is, you've seen it in the MSQ. So that's where the raids are going to be. It's going to be in Solution 9. The quest starts in Solution 9, 19.1, 18.8. So that's the coordinates. That's where it'll start. I wish I would have, put my character in Solution 9, but I did not do that. I don't even know where my character is. I forgot. Maybe they actually are. I think they might be, actually. So we got a bunch of quests. So just be prepared for that. There's a lot of quests. You don't just jump right into the raid. Housing updates. New Orchestrion roles have been added, and that's just for the Orchestrion. You're probably going to get some music from the raids. That's probably all it means. Brennan on YouTube says black mages are sad. Are you sad? Why are you sad? Was there a black mage nerf in these patch notes? Oh no. Or is it because Pictomancer? And then the Manderville Gold Saucer, new triple tried cards have been added, which again, the raid. They're from the raid. Bosses from the raid will drop triple tried cards. There may be some other ones from the quest. Who knows? Battle system. Actions and traits have been adjusted as follows. Each action and trait is listed as it appears at level 100. For further explanations of actions, changes, and adjustments, please refer to the job guide. Job guide is really great. Really always check that. If you're going to learn a new job, check that. It's just it breaks down everything really well. Way better than what you're going to see in the game. Just check the job guide. It's really great. I recommend it. So Gladiator Paladin, don't play it. I think I only have Gladiator right now. The Total Eclipse, the additional effect, increased enmity has been added. Prominence, the additional effect, increased enmity has been added. So, all right, so you can, have better ways to get enmity. Marauder Warrior, so increased enmity, the same thing for Overpower and Mithril Tempest. Those effects have been added. Primal Rend, the effect duration for Primal Rend Ready has been reduced from 30 seconds to 20 seconds. So that is a nerf, right? Yeah, that'd be a nerf. Primal Ruination potency has been increased from 740, so there's a buff. So it's kind of balancing out. Just to preface before we get into these, I'm not a battle expert. I'm not an analytics expert. I'm just going to comment on these as I go. I don't know much about if this is good or this is bad. I don't know. I'll just know what's a buff and what's a nerf, and I'm just going to say what those are. And then I get to kind of play with it and see what feels good when I'm in the game. Hi, Kai Mew on YouTube. Kai says Picto's eating. They're eating still. They're doing good. All right, good. Okay, good. I like playing Picto. I won't be playing Picto in anything really hard. I'm leveling at my white mage, so I can just, I can scoot on by. But I'm loving playing Picto just casually. It's so fun. I love doing the MSQ with it. It was a great time. The Dark Knight. Unleash. So we got the increased enmity on all of these. That's just something all across the board. They're increasing that. And the same with Gunbreaker, Demon Slice, Demon Slaughter, and Trajectory have the increased enmity added. Whoa, oh my gosh. Oh wow, Monk got potency increased all across the board. Wow. Monk got really buffed. I think it's really buffed. There's a lot of numbers, a lot of things being buffed. So with that much, that's a lot of buffs. There's a few potency reduced though, a few nerfs, but wow. Wow, okay. So True Strike has been buffed. Snap Punch has been It's like a mix of buffs and nerfs. Twin Snakes has been buffed. Arm of the Destroyer has been buffed. Demolished has been buffed. Rockbreaker. I also don't have Monk. I think Monk is still Pugilist. I'm not a very. I play a lot of ranged classes. 4-point Fury buffed. Dragon Kick. Stacks of Opopo's Fury are now only granted while in Opopo form. I don't know what that means, so let me know if you're a monk. If you know what that means. Tornado Kick has been buffed. Celestial Revolution has been buffed. Flint Strike has been buffed. Enlightenment has been buffed. Shadow of the Destroyer has been buffed. Rising Raptor has been buffed. Pouncing Coral has been mixed of buffed and nerfed. And I want to level all these classes because I do want to have the I want to be informed. I want to know the context. So it's something I'm slowly working on because I'm always frustrated when I read these and I'm like, I want to know what that means. I want to know what this thing is. So Malachi, welcome in on YouTube. Malachi says, hello. The monk brotherhood is in full effect. You're a monk. You play monk. Damn. Kaya on YouTube says, I retired Black Mage for Picto. Picto extremes have been fun, at least with the Pictomancer. You're excited for the tier. Yeah, that's exciting. I'm glad. Yeah, Picto feels very similar to Black Mage, and there's similarities in how it feels like, you got to stand in your circle to get your buff or to, do more damage and stuff like that. So there's a nice carryover without it being too similar, Brennan on YouTube says, I've been struggling with the Black Mage in these new fights. I'm not very good, so you tested in expert dungeons. Yeah, I mean, practice makes perfect. Black Mage is definitely not easy. But yeah, the fights definitely, when I was playing Pictomancer, they move quickly, just the normal stuff. There's a lot of, you got to move around. You can't stand in one spot. So you kind of have to be really strategic where you place your Starry Sky. Kind of have to plan ahead and go, okay, I can place it here. I can place it during this moment because I don't move as much. So kind of what you got to do with those kind of things. But that's why I play White Mage or Summoner if I'm going to play DPS. One of those two, I just switch between those. That way, if I'm doing extremes or something, I can just worry about getting through the mechanic and not planning my moves as much. Besides, there are some things. I think Summoner, you got to plan your dash. You don't want to dash forward in the wrong time. So there's a little bit of that, but not as much, Saf, welcome in on Twitch. Saf says, when will game be back up? 6 a.m. It should be. It could be earlier, though. It's 3 a.m. Pacific time is when it's the supposed to end. That's when it's supposed to stop the maintenance. So we got a little bit of time. We got about 2 hours. About 2 hours, yeah. Maybe sooner than that. I'm starting on my PlayStation 5. I will be ending this stream once we're done talking about the patch notes. Also, the game download is up now, so you can start downloading the file if y'all haven't done that yet. Be sure to do that, or else you won't be able to get in whenever it opens. Unknown on YouTube says, did they mention if they fix housing lighting? I haven't seen that. They just had a housing section. What's the problem with housing lighting? I can check the known issues to see if they've said anything about that. We'll get there. But they haven't said anything in the notes under the housing section. There could be something else though. There is a cool housing furniture note that we'll get to that I think is exciting for me. It's exciting for people that like cool furniture items. Samurai. So let's get back to the job buffs and changes. Samurai, the recast time has been reduced. So Samurai, that's a buff. I assume it's a buff. Viper range increased. Wow, Viper got buffed. Viper has death rattle, twin fang bite, twin blood bite, first oh, my update. Okay, my update's installing. So range increased on Viper on plenty of abilities. Black Mage now required at level 35. Previously, oh, wow. So Umbral Soul is now a level 35 ability. Previously level 76. Let me know. Black Mage is. Yeah, I haven't had my Black Mage leveled that high. Still working on it. That's one that I'm. That's like at level, I think 40. I think that I'm working up. We're working up the ranks like that, and Bard I'm trying to get up to 100. Manification. Oh, okay, I know this. Effect duration has been increased. Oh, okay, that's actually really nice. So that's cool. So manification effect duration has been increased 5 seconds. Astrologian Lightspeed now charge action with a maximum of 2 charges. Recast time has been reduced from 90 to 60 seconds. Wow. That's a lot. That's a big change. Astral Draw recast time has been reduced from 60 to 55 seconds. Umbral Draw recast time has been reduced. Macrocosmos potency has been increased from 250 to 270. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, there's your changes. The following adjustments have been made to Raptor's Fury and Coral's Fury. Maximum stacks of Raptor's Fury has been reduced from 2 to 1. Maximum stacks of Coral's Fury has been reduced from 3 to 2. In accordance with this change, the displays on Beast Chakra Gauge has been adjusted. Okay. And we have the new raid dungeon AAC light heavyweight tier has been added. And this is all the same stuff, but if you don't know, you'll get for your armor pieces, you need 2 for the head, 2 head helmet pieces, 4 for the body, 2 for the hands, 4 for the legs, 2 for the feet, and 1 for the accessories. This is for the normal raid. The numbers change for the savage because that's books, and it's going to actually be different numbers for books. So don't compare them. Know that those are completely different. So this is just for the normal raid. But yeah, you'll need 2 head, 4 for the body, 2 for the hands, 4 for the legs, 2 for the feet, 1 for the accessories. If you've never done raids before, you get these loot pieces. They're like pieces of like chest armor, and then you turn in a certain amount of those for the actual armor, the actual raid armor, and then you level up your armor. So that's how it goes. And yeah, you get the rewards, treasure coffers that appear, all the same stuff, and you gotta be level 100. Average item level 685 or above. I don't know where mine is at. I think I'm there. So yeah, 685 is that's an important info. So when you get in the game, just make sure you got that. If you don't, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I don't know. I think I actually have the level 89 armor. So I don't know what I need to, I probably need to get the tombstone armor. Probably need to get that. What will the eye level be for the normal raid gear? I don't know. Will they tell us? What's the eye level for this? 685? Maybe 700? Maybe 6 home gear gets you to 699. Okay. So maybe like 710. Perhaps. I don't know. I can't remember what the increments are. But it's higher than that. It's higher than 699. MBR on Twitch says job gear is 690. Thank you. That's important. Now I know I can do it. I'll be fine. So if you get the job gear, which is it's free from the vendor at if you do the MSQ, you've been to that vendor. It's in Tuliyola. It's 690, so you can just go there, get it for free, and jump into the raids. So don't worry too much about it. You don't need the best armor. You just need armor that'll get you in, and then you'll be able to survive. As long as you can get in, you'll be fine. For the normal stuff, just the normal stuff. All right, completion reward. And yeah, you can get the so the exchange, you'll exchange it with Hihiwi in Solution 9, 8.7, 13.4 for universal tomestones, which can be turned, which in turn be exchanged for weapons. Oh yeah, you earn the light heavy hollow blade once per week, and then you can turn in a certain amount for those weapons. I forget about that as well. You turn in the weapon, you get the weapon every week, and then you can get, or the weapon piece every week, and then you turn that in. So you got M1, M2, M3, M4. That's the names of each of the raids, and they're also new duties for Mentor Roulette. They've been added to normal raids. The requirements, so Mentor has been upped to 685. So if you want to do Mentor Roulettes, you won't be able to do it until you're eye level 685. Falling Trials have been added to Stone Sky Sea. That's just the place where you check your damage. You have to, that's unlocked through a blue quest. In Solution, no. I think it's in Solution. It's either in Solution 9 or Heritage Found. But I think it's in Solution 9. Yeah, it had to be. It's in Solution 9. I think they take you to Heritage Found. So unlock that if you want to check that out. A new target ring has been added. So there's this. While under the effect of directional disregard, enemy target rings will take a distinct new shape that indicates the directional requirements do not need to be met when attacking these targets. Does that mean there's just moments when there's no positionals needed? You're confused about that, says Pixel Lore. I'm also confused. What does this mean? You thought that already exists. So I'm thinking it's these little like, see these little like, these little rectangles. That's what was added. Part of the Cryptide gear on Twitch says changing, also welcome, changing the look to make the no positional circle more clearly marked. Is that what it says? Is that what it means? The way that they've explained it is really unclear. So it's less similar to the positionals one. Oh, okay. So this is just like an effect a boss can do, and then it will have this show up. Bingus, welcome in. My husband took Picto through the MSQ. He draws himself as a Chad and his enemies as the Soyjak, and he loves it. Someone from the balance said normal grade gear is 710. Yeah, that was my guess. I was like 710. It's usually like 10 above. They kind of like 10 and then you keep going up. Then on Savage, drop crafted will be 720 and the raise will be 730. All right. Yeah, that's usually what it goes to, but I was trying to think of like what's the next step, but yeah, that sounds right. Heart of the Crypto Gear on Twitch says this is just a small change to that circle. Okay, I'm not gonna think too hard about that. We're just gonna move on. I'm sure I'll see it and be like, oh, okay. But little nuanced visual things are great. New items have been added, so I believe this is the raid gear. People have mixed feelings about it, but it looks like heavyweight. Like I wonder what it looks like dyed different colors. The color choices are very not muted, but it's an interesting color choice that they put here. It'd be cool to see them in like a neon kind of color or like the shinier dye to see what they look like. Because they look kind of like, oh, you're in the anime boxing league or something. Pixel on Twitch says, I'm excited about 7.05 teleports for the treasure maps. I love doing treasure maps. Yeah, new treasure maps. We'll see what kind of items drops from those. There'll be new glam for sure, so a lot of exciting things. MBA on Twitch is still not beat healer caster. You still can't beat the 96 gear from the dungeon. It's really good. That's really good. I don't know if it can ever get better than that. It's pretty good. Furnishing stone. So this is a new furnishing housing change. This is really the only big thing I saw. Was the furnishing stone partition can now be dyed. So that stone partition was something added in 7.0. It can now be dyed. It's basically what it looks like. It's a stone wall, stone partition. You can now dye it. Initially, you could dye it. Wait, no, initially you couldn't dye it. And that's found through, if you don't know, I'll be adding it to my video that I'm working on. But you can find that partition through retainers, through battle level 100 retainers. It's Roman numeral 31. That's where that comes from if you're looking for that, but it's very rare. There's like very little on the market board, and if you can find them, they're very expensive. Same with the vertical and horizontal neon lights. They are very rare. I don't even know where the horizontal one comes from yet, but the vertical one, there's been one mention that it's from the level 100 battle ventures as well. So they're very rare. We love some elusive housing items that you can't find anywhere. So requirements to access the script exchange in Tulio Law has been changed. So players must first speak with Rodina in Solution 9, and this has been changed to players must first complete the quest Go West Craftsman. That's interesting. I don't know if that's going to change much for anyone. I think that's just the thing in Mordana, right? The quest in Mordana that you unlock that with. New minions have been added, so probably minion from the raid. Probably get a minion from the final, or you'll get a minion from that final raid. You always do. In order to reduce server congestion, the area newly added in patch 7.01 will be split into multiple instances. Okay, with that, as always. The number of multiple field instances implemented in patch 7.0 have been changed as follows. So they've reduced some of the instances because the congestion has gone down. You know, we got over that initial launch of the game, so things are not as wild. I'm gonna go ahead and log into the game and just wait for the play button to turn green in like an hour. Once it turns, well, I'm gonna go live before it should turn green, but if it turns green before, we'll go on live. We're going live again. Old Charlie will no longer be separated into multiple instances because again, we've gotten past that initial congestion. New achievements and titles have been added, of course, from the raid mainly. New trophies and achievements have been added to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and new music sounds have been added. Now I'm going to check the resolved issues. So all these are just basic things, nothing super surprising besides that partition. That was very exciting. That was like the one thing they kind of threw in there that was just kind of random, but was really exciting because those stone partitions, the texture is really interesting, and I'm excited to see what people will do with that. Because I don't know if the other ones are. I think the other flagstone stuff is dyeable. I'm not sure. I can't remember. All right. So resolved issues. The following issues have been addressed. An issue during certain main scenarios, instances, battles added in patch 7.0, wherein players became unable to progress under certain conditions. Glad that's fixed. An issue when undertaking level 90 trials, wherein players were not rewarded experience points upon completion. Oh my god. An issue when undertaking level 91, 93, 95, 97 instance dungeons as a paladin, wherein players were rewarded gear they had already obtained. Oh my god. An issue when undertaking level 95 instance dungeons wherein incorrect gear was rewarded upon completing a Dragoon or Reaper. An issue wherein the description of PvE monk action Thunderclap erroneously stated its maximum charges is 2 instead of 3. This was text-only issue. The action itself remains unchanged. An issue when playing Viper wherein the action Serpent's Tail would not change to other actions wherein the player was affected by 31 or more status effects. An issue wherein the description of the Bard PvE action Reign of Death erroneously stated that its recast timer is shared with Bloodletter, even after learning the action Heartbreak Shot. This text was only, text-only issue. Another text-only issue. An issue where I'm playing as a White Mage, wherein the barrier effect of PvE action Divine Caress was overwritten by a less potent version of itself. An issue during Crystalline Conflict wherein the motion of Viper's swift sprint was incorrect under certain conditions. An issue wherein they've done a lot of stuff right now. An issue we're playing Viper during PvP wherein effective okay. I'm gonna skip all the action stuff. An issue when playing Minor Botanist where the trait Revisit would cause automatic gathering under certain conditions. An issue wherein wherein hidden items would not appear at certain gathering points. An issue when playing as Fisher wherein the actions Ambitious Lure and Modest Lure were incompatible with the text command's action and macro icon. An issue with the fishing log, which the display of fish would vanish and be marked as completed. An issue wherein repair materials were incorrectly set for exquisite Zwil crossblades and exquisite Renaissance brushes. I don't know what does that even mean? An issue wherein the graphics for certain gear and fashion accessories were incorrectly displayed. An issue wherein dyes were not reflected properly in certain gear. There's a lot of graphics fixes. Graphics fix. All right. Sometime there was a point where Dawntrail area wouldn't show in our shared fates, and that's fixed. That was a pretty big issue. The issue wherein currency HUD elements labeled Gil and HUD were including elegant tombstones of comedy as part of the display rotation prior to 7.0 caused the HUD element to be blacked out. I did actually hear about this. So that's fixed. Yeah, I heard some people being like, I can't see my Gil at all. An issue wherein with white dialogue lines would appear in screenshots. An issue wherein sending tell using a send tell subcommand did not lock the chat mode into sending tells to the target. Oh no. Imagine sending the wrong tell to somebody. Oh my gosh. An issue wherein sending a chat message or emote wherein including the name of the target blacklisted character would cause the character name to appear as unknown in the chat box message. An issue wherein sound notifications will play in party chat for blacklisted or muted characters. An issue wherein lowering the game's resolution while dynamic resolution is enabled causes the game's graphics to appear distorted. Other minor text issues have been also addressed. Known issues: an issue wherein the fade out timing is incorrect for the orchestrion roll added in patch 7.01 when playing it in a playlist. Okay, so just know that if you get the music for maybe like a raid song and it just fades out incorrectly, that they know that and they'll probably fix it soon. So there you go. That's everything. All the patch. That's all the patch notes. What do y'all think? What is the first thing you're running to? I mean, just the raid. That's all there is. That's all there is to do. But is there anything else that possibly that maybe you were doing? Maybe you're not going to raid. What are you going to run to? Are you going to run to the raid, or are you going to be doing something else whenever the patch comes up? What's your plans, y'all? I'm going to be running straight to the raid. We're going to be live in about an hour and a half or so. or maybe earlier if it comes up earlier. But yeah, we'll be live at 5:30 a.m. Pixel Lore on Twitch says the raid, but I have an aiming job role quest I have to work on as well as finishing up Aether Current quest. Oh yeah, I gotta get Aether Current, my Aether Currents in a couple of the zones. I think the final zone. No, I have them all, but the final zone. Yeah, that's the only place I gotta get them. We're doing good. We're doing good on Aether Currents. I barreled through the final zone. So that's it. I was like, I gotta finish this game because that was a 16-hour stream. And again, sorry YouTube, I'm going to get my ending reaction to Dawntrail up on YouTube over in the next 2 days. You'll see it either today or tomorrow. Tonight, like Tuesday night or Wednesday night, you'll see that up because I'm working on 3 different videos all at the same time. But hopefully I can just ploop that one up, the ending, since it's that whole ending area reaction got, cut. It got cut up. So yeah, that's it. That's everything. I can't wait to see what this is all about. Also Wednesday, I'll be streaming, Wednesday at 10 a.m. I'm going to stream the final 2 dungeons, the in-game dungeons. We'll do just a short, quick stream for those. And what else is there to do? I don't know. What else is there to see and work on? I'm trying to think of what I can do in Dawntrail. Just farm and grind. We'll just level. Maybe we'll do a leveling stream the next week after, and I could do like a Dawntrail review. Not sure. But again, follow my Discord for more to know, kind of stay in the know about that. Because I'm trying to keep all updated on what I'm planning on doing. But yeah, raids right now, and then tomorrow will be the in-game dungeons. Pixel says those dungeons are fun. I'm excited. I was trying to spot where the start quests were, and I think there's one in both the major cities. So they both look fun. They both look very different in a good way. They look like total opposites for where they're from. But it looks like one's in Shaloni and then one's in Solution 9, from like visually. Just from the pictures from the quests. That's all I've seen. Just the pictures that show up on the quest givers. Because once I finished, I ran around and picked up all the blue quests already. So kind of the basic blue quest, unlock the extremes. I'm gonna do the extremes at some point, maybe sometime this week, maybe sometime next week. Probably sometime next week. Maybe I'll try to clear both of them out for Savage. Just have those done so I can just watch Savage or maybe try it out myself. I don't know. What class are y'all playing for the raid? What class do you plan on playing? Maybe let me move out of the spoiler images. Did any of these changes here make you think, oh, I'm going to play this class, actually? Maybe Monk. Maybe the monks are coming back. And especially for Savage, because I know that's probably more of what people are thinking about is, am I going to play my favorite class in Savage, or are they going to nerf it? Did this change anything for you? I didn't see any major nerfs, like anything that I could see being like, oh, that's a major nerf, Pixel on Twitch says, Dancer. I'm going to be playing Pictomancer. I probably would have played Healer just because I like healing a lot. I just love healing. Just no matter what. I've been leveling my White Mage, and I've just been like, I just love healing. Just love it. It's just so fun. I was stuck in a trial the other day. I forget which one it was. What trial was it? Oh, it was Zodiac. Zodiac normal. I was just trying to do my trial roulette the other day, and there's so much death. Or no, it was just one wipe, but it was like right at like 10%. I was just like, oh my god. So sad. But it's only because I died once. The moment I died, we all died. Pixel on Twitch says, I do feel like there was an oversight with the change of Tilana, generating 50 Esprit, and been finding myself overcapping. Oh. I changed to Tilana. Well, that's not in here, right? That's just an issue you've been having. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about all that. I'm not sure about all that. I'm sure the dancing community has been talking all about it. I don't know if I showed. Did I show you all the backs of these? I think I did. But they look all right, you know. They're not my style. I think there's certain individual pieces like the hat and the tops that look great. Like I can see myself taking certain pieces of this and putting it as a part of like another outfit. So yeah, I guess I do like this. Like these tops look great and I can see myself like yeah, this top could be really great actually. Some of these like just individual pieces are perfect for other glams. I think I could see people utilizing them, especially this top. This top is just going to be used a lot. Pixel on Twitch says Edenborn will always be my favorite. The Eden gear was great. The roses in blue and black aesthetic. Yeah, the Edenborn. You're talking about the weapons from E12? Those are great. Good news if anyone doesn't know, they do have Pictomancer and Viper weapons there if you want those. So you can actually pick those up. Those were added to that raid. I feel like they're just kind of like, well, let's add every weapon to that raid because everyone loves that raid. Everyone loves the weapons from that raid. I certainly do because you can dye them too, and it just looks great. Were they added to P12? I love the P12 weapons. All the recent raid weapons have been great. They've just looked great. Like the raid, like the savage weapons. They've just done a great job of making those feel really special. Because it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of work to do savage. I think the weapon should be worth it. You know, not just the mount, not just the experience, but all of the rewards should be really great. Because you know you're doing it's a lot of time. That's a lot of time to do a savage. It's not an ultimate, but it's a lot of. It's not easy. You know. You want to say it's easy to pull people in, like it's not that bad, but it is. It's actually compared to most video games out there, doing savage in an MMO is hard. It's not easy. I know this isn't until much later in the patch cycle, but 7.0 relic weapons that'll probably start in 7.1. Yeah, they'll probably start that in 7.1 or 7.2. They might start like the lead into that in 7.1. They haven't talked at all about what that's going to be like. One cool news thing that happened was Yoshi P did mention that they're working towards Savage Alliance raids. So I don't know what he meant by that. That was something that I found someone posted, and it was something he said in an interview from his mouth, that they're working on Savage Alliance raids. So that's something that a lot of people have been wanting. It's an exciting thing. It's something I didn't expect because you have to get 24 people in an Alliance raid. But you have things like Delubrum and Savage and Baldessian Arsenal, which is more extreme level. It's not really savage, but it's kind of savagey because there's elements that there's a lot of fights that you have to go through, and then there's it's a time commitment. So there's a level of savage-esque to it, but the fights don't feel like an individual savage fight. Yeah, they're not hard at all. Besides the last one in Baldessian, it feels like an extreme fight a little bit, but it's not bad. It's just can be kind of punishing if you don't do things right. But yeah, so we have those, and those are actually really active. If you don't know, people do them sometimes every day, especially when there's no new content going on. There's inner communities that run those all the time and help people run those all the time. And I've done Delubrum Savage well, I haven't completed it, but I've been in there several times. I've been to Trinity Avowed several times, and I just want to clear it. Maybe I'll try that again. Maybe we'll get back into that, and I'll get into a group and try that, and y'all can watch me try to get through Delubrum Savage once again. Pixel on Twitch says Baldessian helped me get out of my comfort zone. I played healer, scholar, and usually gravitate towards DPS roles. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to do it. You know, that's how I got to play healer and like extreme and savage. Even though I think my limit is white mage now. I think I'll only play white mage. I mean, I was able to do a lot of savage raids on Sage. I mean, I did like P4. So I did P4 part on Sage. I guess I have done some harder fights on Sage, but yeah, it's just hard, you know. I don't want to have to sweat too much, so I'll definitely do white mage because I can be a little bit more flexible with that, or just go to summoner and not worry about healing at all. Because sometimes that's nice. Sometimes that's just, you know, you want the easy way out. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta try all the things. Well, I think that is it. So I'm gonna be back in about an hour for the raid stream. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna kind of reorganize myself. I saw that the patch notes were live, and I was like, oh right, we got to do all this stuff. And I was trying to put a bunch of stuff together. I'm just gonna kind of collect myself, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna raid. We're gonna do some new raids. It feels like, you know, it's so weird when the raids are with the MSQ and everything. It's like, oh gosh, you know. But I'm really excited the way that they're doing it like this, especially for every patch. For 0.1, 0.3, and 0.5. Or no, it's 0.1, 0.3, and 0.4. No. Yeah. No, 0.0. So no, it's 0.0 basically. 0.2, 0.4 for raids. That's right. I'm confusing myself. And then 0.1, 0.3, 0.5 for alliance raids. That's the thing. So maybe they are trying to do that for alliance raids. They're going to add savage alliance raids for those hardcore people, super hardcore people. I wonder what one of those will stay active though. We'll see if they do that. But I have a feeling the Savage Alliance raid thing will be an 8.0 thing, because they would have already been talking about it, so people could start organizing their teams and stuff already. But yeah, I think that's the end of it. I think we're gonna wrap things up. As you can see here, we are waiting for the playtime to show up. But thank you to my Patreon subscribers, with a special shout out to Kinar and Waning Zane. Thank you all so much. I appreciate y'all, and be sure to like and subscribe and follow my Discord as well to get all the updates on when I'm going live, when things are happening, especially these bonus streams where I pop up and I say, hey, we're streaming, we're going to talk about this new information. That only happens on my Discord, and also just the notification bell on YouTube as well will let you know when I'm posting anything as well. Alrighty, I'll see y'all in just an hour for more stuff, and then also tomorrow, if you're not around this morning, you can always watch it later. And also tomorrow I'll be doing the raids at 10 a.m. The in-game dungeons at 10 a.m. I'm excited about those. I'm really excited about those, because I heard that they're like the most fun out of all the dungeons, and all the dungeons have already been like the best ever. They've been just so great. And normally I don't like leveling using the dungeons. I get really bored, but these have been so great. I've just been loving just going through them over and over again. They've been such a blast. So it's been kudos to the battle designers. They've been doing a great job. All right, I'll see y'all very soon. I'll see y'all in just a